Dub Nation, what's going on? It's your boy Allan Wade back again with another video. We have our brother SE600 sewing and embroidery machine right over here to the left of me, to your right, to my left. If you haven't purchased your SE600 yet, use my Amazon link, affiliate link down in the description below. Guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to use the repositional hoop. You see what I created with the repositional hoop right here, right? Content creator. Don't think that you should not invest or this eliminates if you want to do this the right way, buy a commercial embroidery machine is what I'm trying to say, all right? Like the MT1501 from Racoma, all right? Use my Racoma link down below if you guys want to invest in something like this. But for you guys that are on a tight budget, because I know there are plenty of people like that, I was one of those people who could not afford one of those machines. So I want to show you guys that can afford one of those machines, an alternative, all right, a solution for you guys, a possible solution. All right, so we have our repositional hoop yet. By the way, Amazon links for this repositional hoop, for your repositional hoop, will be down in the description below. You guys see what I created, content creator, what I'm going to use, because we're going to embroider this onto a sweatshirt, all right, so you guys can see that it can be done. Standard piece of cloth. This is going to serve as my stabilizer. We are going to use some fast tack adhesive spray, right? And we are going to embroider, like I said, onto a sweatshirt. This is going to be fun. This is going to be dangerous. This is going to be on the fly. And we're going to have some fun. Give this video a thumbs up, guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you're excited. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section. We're always doing some crazy stuff like this on the channel. And I enjoy doing it because you never know what you're going to get. You never know what's going to happen. All right, so let's dive into it. I want to show you guys how I set this up in the software first, and then we're going to start hooping our sweatshirt, guys. But guess what? We didn't roll the intro yet, so let's roll that intro.
Boom, wait a minute, just like that. Boom, 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 just like that. A-Dubb Productions, just like that. Like, comment, subscribe, just like that. Boom, wait a minute, just like that. A-Dubb, you ready? Wait a minute.
So we are inside of the Chroma Luxe interface, and I'm gonna show you how I set this up. I pretty much made the text and I duplicated it and I saved it as one. I saved one as content creator 1, and I saved the other one as content creator 2. And on one, of course, I kept the text the same size. And on one, I cut it in half, and I cut the other one in half. And I played with the placement a little bit. All right, so you guys got to figure this out on your own. This is not a tutorial on how to set the file up. I'm just showing you how I have mine set up so you guys can see how to set this thing up. And it's also worth mentioning that in the software, as well as when you load up the .pes file onto your machine, it always positions the image in the center, in the exact center. So just because you have it positioned correctly on the right and on the left side and you think it should line up, no, it's not gonna, the orientation of where your image is and where the design is in the software is not where it's going to load up on the machine. The machine always positions stuff in the direct center of whatever hoop you're using, all right? So, and this machine does not have an option for this specific hoop. I think this hoop is 6.5 by 4 inch, 6.5 by 4 inch. So it doesn't have a 6.5 by 4 inch setting. So we are using the 4 by 4 setting on the machine. All right. All right. So as you guys can see in the software, we just pretty much cut the text in half. We put half of the letters on one, and I put the other half on the letters on the other, and I played with the placement on the original one because I just wanted to offset a little bit to create some type of design aspect. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get into it. Let us start hooping our fabric on to our sweatshirt, because this is the crucial part. This is really the important part right here. You guys don't want to mess this up because you will ruin your expensive sweatshirt, because let's face it, t-shirts are one thing, sweatshirts are a whole nother ball game. So let's jump into this part right here. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. And once again, guys, I am doing this on the fly, so I hope I don't screw this up. But let me just unhoop this, because of course we're going to be using this hoop. And you guys can see, the back of this. It looks very, very good. Looks very, very clean. And the front, yeah, okay. So this is our stabilizer we're using. Set this to the side right here. And of course, let us turn our shirt inside out. Let me show you guys how I do this. All right, we're going to turn our sweater inside out. All right, standard Gildan sweatshirt. Not too expensive, not too inexpensive either. So, all right, first step is we got to find the center of this sweatshirt. I'm grabbing the edges right here, and I'm trying to lay it down flat. All right, lay it down flat. And what I did was I cut out this regular 100% cotton piece of cloth to be a little bit bigger than the hoop. As you guys can see, a little bit bigger than the hoop right there. So I can pretty much cover a wide area so that I can it'll help me find the center. All right, so what I'm gonna do, lay this down flat, because you wanna lay it down flat, and so you can adhere it onto the sweatshirt flat. All right, so I'm gonna take my spray on adhesive, and I'm just gonna lightly spray this on here. All right, that's enough. You don't need a whole lot. Let me got an area right there. All right, you don't need a whole lot. And I'm gonna flip it, and I'm gonna lay it down very carefully onto the sweatshirt in the center. Okay. All right, so here we go. This is pretty much in the center area. All right, doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to make sure you're covering the area where you are potentially placing this hoop. All right, and we're gonna hoop it right side in. Okay. So we're going to turn it around and we're going to hoop it. All right, now for the fun part. All right, we got this adhered pretty much to there. All right, we're going to flip it right side back in. All right. It's not rocket science, folks. And some people, all right, let me tell you guys this. It's not, sometimes you have to, I know some of you guys will have different methods and different ways that you guys can do this, but whatever way works for you is the way that is the good way to do it. You know what I mean? And this method works for me. Plenty of ways to do this, I'm sure, but this is just how I'm doing it. This is how I'm showing you guys how to do it. And if you guys, you can chime in the comment section and share different methods of doing this if you'd like on the SE600, because that's what this video is about. A lot of people like to comment on the videos in the comment section about stuff that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, or like, hey, like one guy commented on the Smurf video where I was showing you how to do the Smurf with the vinyl, and they're like, why not just use the colored paper, cut it out, trace it out with your Cameo, and then do it that way? That is an alternative, but that's not what the video was about. The video was showing you how to do that stuff with using vinyl. All right, so 4 fingers down is where we're going to place this. So we're going to place the hoop on the inside, which is underneath of the cloth, right? And then we are going to measure 4 fingers down. And don't forget the vinyl, right? I mean, the vinyl. It's going to start embroidering somewhere in the middle of the hoop. So keep that in mind and slide that hoop up a little bit because of placement reasons. All right, so now we got that underneath there, kind of sort of placed in the middle. So I'm just eyeballing it, guys. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm just eyeballing it. And another thing that you might want to use is some Aquasoft topping so that the embroidery doesn't sink into the fabric. I have some over here. I don't know if I'm going to use it. I'm not sure yet. But again, I'm just looking at that hoop, lining it up center, making sure this is flat. Once I'm sure it's flat, I'm going to take my hoop. I know that this arrow is up here. I'm just going to line it up, and I'm just going to drop it in there. And dead center, I'm eyeballing it, making sure it's pretty much in the dead center. I'm going to slide it over just a little tad, and all I'm doing is pushing over with my finger to slide over. It's really, really simple. All right, and I'm just going to make sure it's straight. All right, 4 fingers down, and it's going to start embroidering about right here. That's sufficient for me. That's good enough for me. All right, so I'm just going to, line it up is the hardest part. All right, I'm just gonna drop that hoop in there. All right, here we go. We are hooped up, and I just have to reach in with my right hand and tighten up this hoop, and that's it. It's really, really simple, really easy, and right now I'm tightening up the hoop. As you guys can see, it's hooped on the inside, hooped on the outside. We are ready to put this inside of our machine and start embroidering it. All right, it's gonna be fun, guys. Fingers crossed, hope we don't screw it up. Got that hooped up, and I tightened it up real nice and tight, guys. All right, so yeah, placement's okay. It's not perfect, you know what I mean, but it's all right. I'm just doing this for you guys. This is good. I kind of feel like I should move it over to my left a little bit, but I'm gonna keep it here because I'm gonna rock the sweatshirt, and I think it's good enough. All right, so let's go over to our embroidery machine, SE600, and let us attach it and let's start embroidering. It's the fun part, right? Let's go.
A-Dubb Productions.
All right, guys, we are about to have some serious fun. Let me power this machine on. We're about to have some serious fun right now because I've done this in my head numerous times in theory, and I've never did it in real life, and I'm doing it on the fly right here in real life with you guys. I've had this hoop for years now. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I had it for years, and I just never used it. I just never did it because I was so wrapped up and infatuated with making patches and stuff. So right now I'm just trying to lay it flat down, just like you hoop any other garment with the SE600. Lay the hoop flat down on the surface of the machine, slide the access material under, and the hoop just goes right under. So I'm just getting the material from underneath the hoop and sliding the hoop underneath right here. Get the arm over here, all right, and then boom, get the bottom part right here. Here it is. Let me position it so you guys can see. And pay attention to how I hoop this. You got 4 different hooping options. The first part is going to be hooped right here. All right, I'm going to hoop this right here. All right, on the first part of the this way. All right. So in other words, I'm only hooping the first 2. It's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hoop the first 2. All right. All right. Actually, you know what? I haven't done it in theory. I did do it in real life because I showed you guys. So, but now we're doing it on an actual garment. So let me say that. All right. So yeah, I did it before, but not on a garment. And what I should have did actually was made sure that my bobbin, because changing the bobbin. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. So boom, on the screen, let the SE600 do its thing, move around a little bit, and we're going to find our design on our screen of our SE6. Got a little glare on you guys. All right, so I know mine is right here. All right, so let me grab my thread. I don't have any thread inside the machine. Let me find the first part of my design, which is right here. This one. It's this one. Yep. Set. And of course, pay attention once again to the position of your garment and relative to the position of the text. My neck is right here and the text is sideways, right? So I'm gonna have to, as it stands right now, it would embroider sideways. So I'm gonna have to rotate this. So on the screen of your SE600, hit that rotate button and rotate it in the direction it needs to be rotated. And now you can see that it's sideways. And what you want to pay attention to is where it is positioned. All right, so this is the part that I didn't test out, guys. All right, I'll be honest with you guys. I did not test out this part. All right, so it's going to be difficult to establish, but see how I have this offset? I have it set off a little bit to. It's going to be tough. We're taking a real gamble now, guys. Taking a real gamble here. So what we can do in the SE600 is we can use a trace feature. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit end. I'm going to hit the trace feature, and that's going to show me exactly where this is going to embroider, okay? So let's do that trace feature right here. And let us see the outermost corner. Actually, I want to see the innermost corner. Perfect. All right, so now that we did that, we can see, at least I can see, where my center is. See where the center is right there? All right. And now on the screen, you can see this little dot right here. That is where the text is going to, that T right there is going to stop. And relative to the center of my my sweatshirt, which is the line right here. So we're good. We're good on placement. All right. We're excellent on placement. All right. So good. All right. So now it's time to just let it do its thing. Should we use the Aquasoft topping? I mean, we can. I don't really care. You know what I mean? If it sinks in a little bit, because the text is so thick, the lines are so thick in the text that I'm not sure if the Aquasoft topping would matter. So I'm not going to use it, guys. But what colors should we use? I don't want to put these colors on here, so let me think for a second.
A-Dubb Productions.
Decided to stay safe. We got red, we got white, and we got our navy blue. Safe colors. I was going to use a green or like, you know, a green and red. But I'm just going to play it safe for this one, just to save myself the the thrashing in the comment section. Why'd you pick those colors? All right, so we're going to thread up the machine real fast. I'm going to tell you guys another thing that I read in the comments recently on a video that I did a little while ago. Somebody left a comment about how I thread the machine and said that the easier way would be to just tie up this thread, tie up the new thread to the other thread and just pull it all the way through. And they said that would be an easier solution. And guys, I beg to differ. I don't think that would be easier. I think that method is the method that I use on my commercial embroidery machine, because commercial embroidery machines are a lot more involved. They have a lot more moving parts and a lot more stuff to thread. I don't think it'll be easier to do it on this machine. I think this is actually easier. And also, it would defeat the purpose of trying to save thread, because what they suggested would have to involve me clipping this thread right here, right? I would actually have to have enough slack on the top, then tie this thread to that thread, right? And then fish it all the way through, and then clip, and now I'm wasting. The point of this is not to waste thread, right? That's what I'm doing it. So yeah, no, that's not easier. And once you do this a few times, you guys see how fast I thread this machine. Once you do this a few times, it's really, really simple. So yeah, thanks, but no thanks. Yeah, commercial embroidery machine, yes. Regular SE600, I don't think so. I don't think that's easier. All right, so we're all threaded up. We're ready to go. I didn't press start yet because I wanted to make sure while I was talking to you guys I had everything in order. Okay, it's ready to embroider. I'm just going to go for it, guys. We play sideways. I'm just going to go for it. Make sure nothing is underneath it so we don't sew this sweatshirt shut. We're good to go on that. Don't have my Aquasoft topping on top. Should I do the Aquasoft topping? I think not. I'm just going to go just like this. And maybe I should stop being hard-headed and just use it. You know what? For the sake of showing you guys how to use it, I'm just going to use it. So what this does is, the point of this is to ensure that while you're embroidering, the threads don't sink into the thick fabric. All right, so it's just like a plastic dissolvable topping, and you basically just place it on, and you just leave it like this. All right, you just leave it like this. That's it. Just that. That's it, basically. All right, so as the thread passes through the garment, it ensures that the thread stays on top and doesn't get sucked into the actual thickness of the fabric. All right, so that's what you do. You do this on hats. I'm just gonna press start. All right, and once it starts embroidering a little bit, the topping is basically in place. All right, so I'm just gonna let this do its thing, guys. You see the SE600 doing its thing. Let me know what you guys think so far about this video, and if you guys appreciate it, let me know down below. If you guys are already using this, let me know down below. If you guys have an easier method of doing this, by all means, share it with the community, please. All right, so you guys see the first text down, right? The first text is down, and the important part is that you watch when I switch the material. All right, I mean when I switch the thread and load up the second half of the design. All right, so you don't want to miss that. All right, so just letting this embroider out. Looks good so far. Looks good so far. Text nice and straight, and you guys can see the Aquasoft topping and what it's doing. The text is in fact staying on top. It would have stayed on top and it probably would have sank in just a tiny bit, but you guys see right here the Aquasoft topping, the thread basically cuts itself. Like you guys see right there, it's already starting to separate. So yeah, I'm gonna let this embroider out a little bit, guys. Give this video a like, share, comment, subscribe on the channel. All right, and I'll be right back.
A-Dubb Productions.
All right, you guys see the first part of the design. I did stop the machine and trim a few pieces. I'm gonna stop it again right now and trim that long part right there that just went over. I'm gonna grab the edge of that, I'm gonna bring this up, and I'm gonna go ahead and trim that little, where is it? Grab it and trim that little thread right there. Don't want that to get embroidered on, because it just makes it easier to clean right now. All right, when it's nice and exposed rather than embroidered on, it's easier to clean like that. All right, so yeah, looking real good. Let me know what you guys think. It's the first half, right? And then the next half is going to be critical. It's going to be crucial, man. The placement is key, but using the trace feature is exactly how we are going to make sure everything is lined up to the best of our ability. We can only do but so much, all right? Because because we're using a repositional hoop. But key being repositional hoop. All right, you heard that? Repositional hoop, which means what? We have to reposition the hoop. All right, some people miss that part. All right, so let me let a little bit more of this embroider out. Looking good so far, right, guys? And I'll be right back.
A-Dubb Productions.
So the first part is done. Look at that. The first part of our design is done. All right, so lift it up, swipe to release, and of course, don't forget we have to change our thread. Watch this. All right, I want you guys to see this. All right, so the commenter, judging based off the commenter, I would have to actually take some of this out, unravel it, or maybe cut right here. No, actually, the object of that is you want the machine to rethread itself from the needle. So you'd actually have to get some slack over here, clip this, tie this end of the thread to that end of the thread, which is a feat in itself, tying two pieces of real thin thread to the other thread, then pull from here and pull it all the way through. Yeah, no, that's too complicated. Just lift this, you know, I just take it out, right? Because threading is too complicated for some people. And look, it's easy. It's easier like this. All right, this machine is not that hard to thread. Look, boom, boom. All right, now you're trying to tie one piece of thread to the other piece of thread. Yeah, no. Look, boom, boom. You're still trying to tie the piece of thread to the other thread. Boom, boom. You're still trying to tie the piece of thread to the other thread. And I'm done. You still trying to tie the piece of thread to the other thread. And I'm done, right? That's not a simpler way to do it. It just isn't. Sorry. Yeah, this machine is easy to thread. Yeah. All right, so boom, we're ready to go. But we have to get our other design on, right? Crucial part in the video. I have to pay attention, guys. So, let me go back and find my other design. I have to pay attention, guys. I don't want to screw up my sweatshirt because I actually want to wear this thing, all right? So I'm going to be real careful doing this. So if I, like, fumble on my words a little bit, it's because I'm paying attention, all right? I don't want to mess this up. All right, this is my second part right here. Boom. All right, I'm going to rotate it like we did before. Rotate it sideways. And now we have to mess with the positioning of it because, as you guys can see, it's in the center. And the center of our thing is right here. So as it shows, the center is right there of the T. that's not going to work. Not only, why is it not going to work? For two reasons. One reason is because we didn't move it over, and the other reason is because we didn't reposition our hoop. So let's reposition our hoop. Can't forget to reposition our hoop. I was just about to screw that up. Watch this. Reposition with me, guys. All right. So foot is up. Take this hoop off right here. All right. I want you guys to see. Remove it and move it over 2 times. Right. Now to the first 2. We have repositioned our hoop, right? Everything should line up in theory, but is it going to line up? Let's look at the screen and see what adjustments we should make. So based off of the screen, this is the center of our design, which should line up with the center of that right here, and that is not good for me. I actually want to move it over a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to position it. I'm going to work with the positioning. All right. So right now I want to see this most edge right here. All right. No, that's not how I see that most edge. Let me move that back to the center. All right. I'm going to put this down all the way, and now I'm going to play with the positioning. So before I play with the positioning, I want to see where we're at. All right. So right there, I want to see the uppermost edge. All right, and at the uppermost edge, I can see that the uppermost edge is kind of a little bit higher than where I want it to be. And yeah, so I'm going to lower it down a little bit. So to lower it down a few clicks, I'm just going to press OK, and I'm going to bring it down 3 clicks, maybe 2 clicks. 2 clicks. I'm going to go over here again. I'm going to see where that uppermost edge, lowermost edge, and the lowermost edge of the design, that is too far down. I went too far down. So I'm going to come back up. 2 clicks. 3 clicks. And oh man, I'm right back where I started, guys. So interesting and difficult to do. Oh gosh, guys. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. This is tough because you really never know where this thing is gonna fall. You really don't know. That's the outermost edge right there. That is the center right there of both designs, both parts. Just playing around with the placement, guys. Trying to get this as good as possible. I'm going to go with this. This is good for me. All right. I'm going to go with this. I think this is good placement right here. All right. Got our thread changed. I'm just going to embroider on it, and if it's off a little bit, then hey. This is for demonstration purposes, and guess what? I'm still going to wear it anyway. And what you can do to purposely offset it is I could have drastically moved the text down and you still would see the content and the creator, but I'm trying to get it exactly side by side. So, I mean, we'll see. All right. Don't mind the placement right here because what happened was I left the needle where it was at, right? So it's going to readjust itself when I press the start button. Watch. All right. So there we go. All right, guys, we're going to let this embroider out. Going to go ahead and let this embroider out, and I do see that it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. The placement looks pretty good. All right. Let me stop it real fast and get rid of these. This one jump right here. Just want to trim that so our design stays neat and tidy. All right. Keep it going. All right. All right. All right. We cooking on gas, man. We cooking on gas. You're looking good as far as placement is concerned. All right. I'm excited. I'm nervous, but excited. But right now, I'm not that nervous because our text is lined up pretty good. You know, only way you're gonna be exact with this is if you use a commercial embroidery machine with a large hoop size, okay? 5x7 hoop, this would work, right? Of course, with the 5x7 hoop, you're just gonna embroider this all together. But of course, this machine can't take a 5x7 hoop, so this is why this video is necessary and relevant, because we're not using a 5x7 hoop. We're using we're not using a machine that can take a 5x7 hoop. We're using a machine which only takes a 4x4 hoop. All right, so yeah, let some of this embroider out. I don't know if you guys want to watch, but I'm not gonna. You guys saw the important part, so I'm gonna let some of this play out, and for the sake of the length of the video, I'll be right back when it is close to the end. You see, I think we have a successful trial here. You see that we have worked this out, and you can thank your boy in the comments down below if you deem it worthy, if you think it's necessary. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys appreciate me too. Trying to bring you guys something new, and the SE600 is done embroidering our large text, and I think we did it here, guys. Let's see. Let's take this out of the machine, move the machine to the side. Let's do some trims, right? And let's see what we got here. The large text is on the sweatshirt. It is positioned good, I think, and we'll see in just one moment how it looks. All right, so one thing's for sure, we got it on a sweatshirt. Now, how does it look? The lining, like I said, this text could have came down. Maybe when I brought it down, I should have left it where it was, right? But because, as you guys can see, it's just the lining is just a little bit off. I'm trying to, where's my ruler? I'm just gonna use the edge of this paper right here, and you guys can see that. Line this up right here, and it's just a little bit higher, but it's not bad, right? So I'm going to do all my little trims right here, clean this thing up. Let me get you guys in on a closer little look right there. Clean this thing up, and you know, I don't know if you guys want to add some more density to your design to make those lines in the text just a little bit more full if you want to. A lot of different things you can do, right? A lot of possibilities when you learn this stuff, right? And I know I said I was going to make a video on this like a few months ago. It might have been even last year, and I never got around to it. But somebody else commented just yesterday in the comments, and right now I'm going to loosen up this hoop right here. Just yesterday in the comments, somebody was like, hey, do you have a video, or can you make a video on a repositional hoop? And I'm like, yeah, I've been meaning to make that video. So guys, with the water solvay, look at this. Just peel it off, right? And there's gonna be some in the cracks, and you guys can just dab some water on top of it, and it'll just dissolve. All right, water soluble stabilizer. All right, so I'm just gonna rip this off and show you guys what it looks like as of right now. All right, what about this placement right here? I think it's placed good. 4 fingers down. It's a little bit lower than 4 fingers down, but just like 5 fingers down. All right, but overall, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like I said, it does not by any means replace the need for a commercial embroidery machine, because on a commercial machine you are going to be able to embroider way larger text than this, but if you want a small message like this, it gets the point across, right? The placement, as far as the placement is concerned, I could have came over a little bit this way. That would have been more in the center, but overall, I mean, you guys get the picture, right? I'm going to embroider some more stuff on this sweatshirt and we're going to be fine. See, we got no puckering. I cleaned it up just a little bit. No puckering. Design is laying down flat. All right, looks good. Of course, if you manually digitize your text by yourself on your own, which is what I highly suggest, that's the only way to get like really extremely good results, is to manually like go into your digitizing software and manually digitize each letter. Then you could have I could have made this font a lot bigger, right? And it would have filled out some of the shirt a lot more, right? And you could have lined up the letters a lot better when you manually digitize your own font. So that's what I advise you to do. Don't know why I didn't do that. Matter of fact, I'm not done yet. I'll do another video with manually digitized font and where it's larger, so you guys can see the effect and how much more we can fill out with this repositional hoop. but you know, you get the idea. I mean, it's doable. It works, right? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Get rid of this little hoop ash right here, and maybe I'll put the shirt on for you guys. Let's put it on. Before we put it on, one more part. Turn our sweatshirt inside out, and let's get rid of all this extra right here. All right. You guys can see how clean that looks. Really, really good embroidery. All right, so just pick this up like this with the temporary spray-on adhesive. That really played a big part in how this thing came out. And when you are embroidering on garments, always, always, always use cutaway stabilizer. And stabilizer that involves using scissors to cut off of your garment after you're done. All right. So just cut around here. Doesn't have to be perfect, right? Because it's the back of your shirt, and you can trim it to size, and you can just make sure you don't cut your shirt or your sorry for the hand in front of the camera. Make sure you don't cut off the your material. All right, so let me just the material of your sweatshirt. All right, let me just cut this. Be right back when it's done. There you guys go. This is how it looks after we've cleaned it up. Looks good. All right, let's turn this right side back in and put this thing on for you guys. All right, guys, we did it. We have successfully used the Repositional hoop on the Brother SE600 sewing and embroidery machine. Of course, I think that the placement could have been a little bit over this way, just like maybe like 1 or 2 inches, but I think it looks good. The text, in my opinion, could be larger, could take up more space. That would have been made it pop a little bit more, make it you know, look better, make it look more official. But guys, let me be honest with you guys. Doing this and going through all these steps, lining and rehooping and digitizing a certain way, it really, really makes me appreciate having a commercial embroidery machine. If you have a commercial embroidery machine, all those steps out of the door. You don't even have to worry about it. It's less of a headache. It's faster. You don't have to reposition it. You don't have to worry about the placement. You don't have to worry about the lining. You just press a few buttons and you can position it any way you want. It's just better. The text, it's just better, right? And doing this, showing you guys how to do this, it really made me appreciate and thankful that I have a larger commercial embroidery machine it enables me to do this in just one step, right? Just hoop it and just press start, right? So thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helps some of you guys who can't yet or not to the point where you can afford that, or it's not in a budget, or you're working your way up to it. So this is an alternative. Hope you guys appreciate it. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments down below. Let me know how you do it. You can take my method and you can build on it. You can twist it, you can turn it, and you can make your own method. Links to this hoop, product links, Amazon product links to this hoop will be in the description below this video. And give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends and stuff like that. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's your boy Allan Wade. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, instagram.com/adubbproductions. Don't forget to use my Amazon link anytime you're buying anything at all on Amazon. Guys, this week we have a giveaway. I mean, this month. No, not this month. Next month. It's February. We already did February giveaway. March, we have a giveaway coming up. And I'm going to tell you what the requirements are for you to be in that giveaway on Wednesday. So stay tuned for Wednesday's video and make sure you're subscribed to me on all my social medias. This one, youtube.com/adubbproductions, youtube.com/Allan Wade, and make sure you follow me on Instagram, instagram.com/adubbproductions, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, use all the Amazon affiliate links. Helps the channel out a lot. It's how I sustain myself. Visit the merch store, buy yourself some channel merch. I will be putting new merch on the site using the MT1501. I'm no longer gonna, well, I haven't been anyway, maybe when I first started, but all my merch is going to be from my MT1501. And other stuff. So stay tuned for that, guys. I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I know it was long, but I just wanted to show you guys how to use this repositional hoop. I hope you guys found it helpful. It's your boy, Allan Wade, and I'm out. See you on the next one. Peace.
Turn up that, crank it up. Why listen to the rest when you're rocking with the best, baby?